Hi and welcome to my channel. So there are massive UK visa and immigration changes coming up from the 1st of January 2025. But guess what? Many of these changes require that you act now so that you don't end up from a legal migrant to an illegal migrant. And this is where the e-visa comes in because the government has now provided a lot more information and detail as to what is expected from everybody and what you should be doing at this point in time. So whether you're watching this and you're still out of the UK, it's absolutely crucial that you know what's going on so that you're not left behind. But most importantly, if you're already in the UK, then it's absolutely urgent that you have done everything that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Because like I say, it is crucial information. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you haven't joined this family, hit the subscribe button below because you want to be the first person that is notified every day when I drop a new video on here, because I'm all about opportunities to move to the UK legally, career progression in the UK. That's what I'm really passionate about. Yes, now you're in this country, then what? Now you're in the UK, so what? What else can you do to be able to improve on your situation so that you can work less, earn more, and get to retire early? Look, I'm not all for the extra shifts and all that. There is a time and place for that, but that cannot be your long-term goals. So like I say, I'm all about career progression, and you must be working hard towards improving on your personal circumstances in this country, not only for you, but for your families as well. Because the effort that it takes to move to this country is not worth it to come here and waste that opportunity. Anyway, enough about the ranting. What's going on with the EVs? And by the way, if you check the comment section below, you're going to see my contact details there. There's my WhatsApp number as well as my email address. So that if you need to contact me about your personal circumstances, then you're more than welcome to do so. If you also need advice or personalized guidance, one-to-one support with applying for these jobs, legit employers, how should you have a CV that is absolutely spot on? What about NHS jobs, the application process, the supporting information, apprenticeships? You want to study nursing for free, in fact, while being paid for the pleasure of it, then obviously I can support you with that. Like I said, if you check the comment section, you'll see my contact details and then you can contact me at your earliest convenience. I also have a free newsletter. When you join, it's just your name and email address. I send information such as this directly to your inbox so that you're not reliant on the YouTube algorithm for such vital information that is absolutely crucial for your personal and professional development. So the e-visa, obviously the government has confirmed that all BRP cards. So a BRP is when you apply for a UK visa and you're overseas, for example, when you get to the UK, you have to go and pick it up. It's a little card. It's got your photo. It's got your visa details, the issue dates, the expiry dates, the reference number. It's got any conditions, for example, public funds and all of that on the visa. And so if you get a job, you go to an employer, that's what you show them that you've got right to work in the UK. If you're in the UK at the moment, by the way, I want you to leave a comment in the comment section below and say BRP card. And it lets me know you're in the UK. If you're out of the UK, just say no BRP. This is just a little game. I want to see who's going to go with this and how many people are watching these videos already in the UK. And I make sure that I can follow up with you to ensure that you have gone through these changes and that you understand what the processes are. Also, during our live session on Thursday, we're going to dedicate that session to going through this process because I've been supporting many of you to apply for your e-visa so that you're not left behind when these changes actually come to force and it becomes illegal to have a BRP from January of 2025. So again, we're going to go through this in detail just to make sure that there's that understanding and all of that. And that live session is going to be on Thursday and we'll start at 8:30 p.m. prompt UK time. So if you've not registered, check the comment section and make sure that you register. So long story short, what are you expected to do at this point in time? What you need to do is that you need to go onto the government website, obviously the uk.gov website, really easy, uk.gov, and then you need to look at the portal for the e-visa. Once you click on that, you need to create your account. So your account is just your personal details. It's really easy, straightforward. It takes a few minutes to do this, but it's going to be life changing. And in fact, many experts, immigration experts, are foreseeing that this visa is going to lead to a situation like the Windrush generation. If you don't know what happened to the Windrush generation, well, it's not something I want to get into a lot of detail, but people came to the UK to work and then they just assumed that they were okay in this country. And then later on, they were like, hey, you've got no right to be in the UK. You need to leave. And some people were even deported to a country that they had never been to This includes people that were born in the UK. So there's a lot, because if you're somebody who is not up to date with the government guidance and rules and policies and you miss this, it means that you're going to have, well, let's not talk about that yet. But anyway, once you create your account, you're then going to confirm your personal details. When you're confirming your details, you need, say, your passport, for example, or your driving license, or anything that confirms your identity on the government website. And this is how your account then gets linked to an e-visa. And it's literally just a simple code, which means if you're looking for a job and an employer is like, hey Melvis, what's your right to work in the UK, you just go online, you generate it, and you give it to your employer. That's something that is, it sounds really simple, but guess what, millions of people in this country haven't done it. And that's why, because the UK Home Office, obviously they are monitoring how many people are actually applying for the e-visa. So leave a comment in the comment section below. What is your situation at the moment? Are you applying for jobs? Are you finding any challenges? Are you looking for private companies? What jobs are you looking for? Is it NHS? And I can just see what it is that you need, and I will hopefully try to do some research and be able to provide some information that can support your circumstances. Also, if you know anybody that is in the UK or planning to move to the UK, do share this with them so that they are aware, because this is affecting people that are already in the UK now and people that are still going to be coming. Because if you move to the UK before the 1st of January 2025, you're going to be affected, because you're going to have a BRP card. But when you get here, you need to go through the process that I've just explained for the e-visa, so that you don't end up in trouble. So what happens if you don't apply for an e-visa? Well, all the BRP cards are going to be invalid. And what really prompted this action is the fact that, for example, with the carer visa, which has brought dramatic changes in the UK immigration system, what happened was that lots of people get a COS for like 5 years. They get to the UK with a 5-year COS, but guess what? The employer doesn't have any jobs. But those people already have a BRP card that says that their visa is valid for 5 years. And so what happens is they go about working, because the only evidence you need to show an employer is the BRP card. So the Home Office was like, these people are not legal because they shouldn't be working. And the employer is like, no, but they've given me that BRP card and it shows that their visa is valid for 5 years. And so the Home Office said, okay, if we do this online, we're going to stop this problem. Because if you don't have the BRP card any longer and it's only online, what this means is that if you're not in the UK legally, or you have a COS for 5 years, for example, and anything happens and you're no longer having a right to work in the UK, you don't have a BRP card to show for that, because it's online, you're going to lose everything, because it's virtual. You don't have a physical document, because with the physical document you can take it with you and you can show it to an employer. With this e-visa, it will not be possible to do so, which means if, for example, the unfortunate thing happens and you're in the UK and your employer's license is revoked, you automatically lose your e-visa. You will no longer have it because it's virtual. You don't have a physical document. That's what's going on. And what this means is, this is more like sisterly advice. If you're in the UK right now and you're in a very precarious situation, you have an employer that you cannot trust, let me tell you, you need to be looking for another job ASAP. Because from the 1st of January 2025, when this e-visa comes into force and you don't have a BRP card any longer, that's why they're saying that there's going to be a situation where lots of people that have come to the UK legally will end up as illegal migrants, because you will no longer have any BRP card. And so it's going to be chaos. And I hope that if you're watching my videos, you're doing things the right way. If you're still back home now, please be patient. Don't be tempted to get into unscrupulous ways of moving to the UK. If it's going to take you an extra 1 year to apply for jobs legally and move to this country, please take an extra 1 year, because all that glitters is not always gold. Rushing to the UK and, it's not worth it. You need to make sure that you're doing things legally, because when this e-visa comes into force, literally there's going to be no BRP, which means if your employer's license is revoked, you cannot be able to carry on working for other employers, because you will not have proof of work. Landlords, the same thing, because the Home Office is giving fines and they have increased these fines massively, and so landlords are becoming stricter with who they are renting houses to. So as well as schools, you know what I mean, as well as work, there are loads of implications. I'm saying this because I have a private career coaching program and I support lots of people, and I can see the pain and suffering that is going on and the difficulties that people are going through. And so you want to make sure that you're careful, you're following the guidelines, you're doing things legally, and that you apply for your e-visa. So if you watched till now, I absolutely appreciate your time, and I'd like you to leave a comment in the comment section and say e-visa. It lets me know that you've watched this video till now. And if you need any one-to-one advice, or you need guidance, or you need support from me, check the comment section below. You're going to see my contact details. Like I said, there's my WhatsApp number, email address, as well as my free newsletter that you can just join, and I send that info directly to your amazing inbox. So again, I appreciate your time. I'll see you in this video right here.